Hello, my name is Kobe Tinsley, and today I'm going to be talking about how to break in a infielding glove. And this afternoon I am here with my roommates as well. And here we go. Alrighty, so the process of breaking in an infield glove is actually very tricky, and the biggest part that comes with it is making sure that it's your glove and you're not having anybody else touch it while it is still breaking it. Because obviously you're spending $300 to sometimes $500 on a glove, yes, just a piece of leather, that you honestly want to take the time and be careful when you're breaking it in. And so honestly, the average break-in time for a glove is right around 2-3 months, right around there, depending on how much work you're putting into the glove. And some people, depending on who you are, you can break it in just by playing catch. You can sit there and just play catch and squeeze it as you want. Or you can sit there and they have big old machines that feed baseballs, and we'll sit there and deliberately catch them just to speed up the process. And so with this glove, actually, I've had this glove for almost a year now, and it's still not broken in. So I need to obviously do more work with it but I'm hurt at the moment, so I can't really do anything. Yes. And so the other thing is that having other people touch your glove is really frustrating. And because this is your moneymaker at the end of the day. This is your pride and joy. This is everything that helps you do what you do in baseball. It's like a basketball. It's like if somebody in basketball wearing your shoes on game day and you're like, no, it's really different. And so the biggest thing is just making sure that you take the time to break it in yourself, because it is going to be a process that's going to take a while, and it's a commitment. And so the other thing I want to talk about is the different style of gloves that there are in baseball. And so obviously you have your webbing that's right here, there's the thumb, and then there's just the backing on this side. And so this whole part right here is customizable. There's different kinds, there's different colors. There's chrome gloves now. Gloves are customizable like Nike shoes. It's crazy. But obviously if you're going to customize the glove, it's going to cost you $600. I don't pay that kind of money. I would never pay that kind of money for a glove. No. And so when it does come to picking what you want for your glove, as an infielder, you want a webbing that is very more open and loose, because the ball is going to be bouncing around a little bit more, because you're going to be moving around with the ball a lot more often. And so a pitcher, for example, will use a glove where you can't see this whole side. You will not be able to see it, because his hand, you'll be able to see which pitch he's throwing eventually. And so they'll use that kind of webbing. And so an outfielder will use obviously a bigger size glove, because they are traveling more distances around the field, that kind of thing. And so infielders too, we use the smallest gloves out on the field, just because we have to be able to take the ball from this glove to this hand and get rid of it really fast. And that's all that really matters when it comes to our coaches and us being able to make plays when it really matters. And so the next thing too I'm going to talk about is conditioning the glove. And so obviously living here in Arizona, it is a completely different state. It is hot, it is dry, it is not fun here. And so leaving your glove in the car is not going to help, because obviously going to practice, you're running around, you're doing a bunch of things that isn't helping you. And so it's just going to slowly dry out your glove, dry out your glove, dry out your glove. And so a little trick from my dad that he taught me, if you go buy saddle soap, which is what cowboys use for their leather, for their like saddle and their boots and that kind of stuff, it's way better for your glove, because it's actually pure leather that's supposed to be going, your glove is pure leather. So you're using basically that kind of material to give it the longevity, and the saddle soap on the side helps with water damage. And so water is the biggest no-no when it comes to a glove, because the leather is just going to dry it out and that kind of thing. It's going to lead to cracking, and it's going to lead to tearing of the leather, and at that point you're kind of over. And so to finish it off, I think that the biggest thing too when it comes to breaking in your glove is just taking the time to just make it yours, because it's only yours. You get one glove. That's it. That's all you're ever going to have is just one glove. And I have had gloves for 6-7 years now since high school, but they still feel like they are brand spanking new. And so the other thing is that picking out your glove too. So there are different companies, obviously, you can go with that make different quality leathers and that kind of thing as well. But picking the right company too is very important. And with this, I got a Easton. I don't like Easton, to be honest. But I do have a Mizuno glove as well that is I find enjoy. And one thing about Mizuno is when your season's over, you can take your glove and send it to Japan, which is where their headquarters are, and they will take care of your glove and condition it for you and keep it in a locker. And that's just a little fun fact just about Mizuno and just about glove care in itself. And I would like to thank you, my roommates, for coming out to this presentation. That's all I got.
Like